welcome to Lilybugs Library. My name's Linda, and today is Tag Tuesday, so we're going to do a cozy mystery tag. And this one comes from Tammy from Believe in Your Shelf, and it's an original tag that she created. So it's got about 10 questions here. So the first one is amateur sleuth or pro? I really prefer the amateur sleuth. I kind of like when they're bumbling around a bit and trying to figure out clues, um, and that they usually manage to solve the mystery before the pros do. So a little unrealistic maybe, but I prefer the amateur sleuth. Small town or big city? Definitely small town. I love the coziness of a small town. I love the quirky characters, the fact that there's usually some kind of a town busybody, someone who's kind of a little off the wall, just the whole aspect of it, all the little shops. It sounds perfect. Pet or no pet? Always a pet. I really like the ones with pets, cat or dog or pig or whatever it happens to be. I just love that aspect of it and think it lends a whole other level to a cozy. Series or standalone? That one's tougher. I do like a good series, but sometimes the series can be a little overwhelming because there's so many of them. So sometimes it's nice to have a standalone too. But if I had to pick one, I would say series, because you get used to all the characters, and as the series goes on, you get to know more about them and flesh out their stories a little. And it always kind of gives you a whole town of people to choose from when things are going on. Bakery or bookshop? Whew, that's a tough one. Oh, goodness. I love them both. I guess I'll choose bakery, just because I do love sometimes when they put recipes in the book and listening to what they're making and how they're going out to different events and things. So sometimes that really helps, especially if there's like some kind of a wedding or there's a festival or something. Usually the people from the bakery are involved, whereas you don't get that with a bookstore. Sometimes you'll get like an author signing or something, but normally with a bookstore, they're not going out to other places. So we'll choose bakery. Light and funny or darker cozy? The world's dark enough. I choose light and funny because that's really what I'm looking for if I choose a cozy. I'm not really looking for something darker. I was trying to think any cozies I read that were darker. I mean, maybe the ones that are more historical, I guess those are a little bit darker, but cozies generally aren't dark anyway, so definitely light. Seasonal theme or everyday setting? I really love the seasonal ones. If you've been on here more than a minute, you've heard me talk about the Christmas Tree Farm series. I just love that one. But I love all the ones for Halloween. I love any like autumn festival ones or spring festival or pick a holiday. Usually there's a cozy for it. So I really prefer those ones. Single sleuth or sleuthing duo? I think, no, that's a tough one. I think probably single sleuth. I've read a few with like a duo, and sometimes they're done really well, other times not as much. So I think I'd rather have the single sleuth. I do like though when she has maybe a best friend or an animal that she can talk to and kind of bounce ideas off of. So in that way, it's a bit of a duo, but they're not really the ones actually involved in the sleuthing. So I think single sleuth. Romance subplot or strictly mystery? I don't mind the romance subplot, but it's got to be a subplot, not the plot, because I didn't sign up to read a romance. I signed up to read a mystery. So some of these, a lot of the sleuths have the detective that they're, falling for or something like this. I don't mind that, but I like when it's a nice slow burn and it's, it gets so that they are doing things together, but I don't want that to take over the whole mystery. Set in your own country or set abroad. There's not that many set in my own country because I'm in Canada. So the few I've read set in Canada have been hit or miss. The ones set in America, I think those are probably the most prolific, and I enjoy a lot of those. But I also enjoy the ones set in other places, like usually it's England somewhere, some small town in England, and I like those ones too. I don't think I've read too many set in other places, like Italy or France or Germany or anything. Yeah, I really don't remember any set in those places. But really, I like it set just about any place. I don't really think I have a favorite. Um, Usually, I guess the ones I like the most are probably ones set in fictional places that don't even exist. So, and I think that was the last question. Let me see. Yeah, that's the last question. So that was a little bit of a short one today, but a fun one to think about because it's been a while now since I've read a cozy. I've been concentrating on Big Book Summer and some of those things. So I think once I finish the book that I'm currently reading, I think I'll try to settle in with a nice cozy because I miss them when I haven't read them for a while. And heaven knows I have a list a mile long, so it'll be good to get back to them for a little bit. So that's it. It's a day. It's going to rain. It's cold. It's cloudy. So I'm going to stay home today. I've got my chronic pain class in a little bit. I'll do some, I don't know, chair yoga or something, or go downstairs on the treadmill. But for the most part, I'm just going to stay in out of the rain, and Dudley and I'll just have a quiet day. So I hope whatever you're doing, you have a great day. And I'd love to know below what your favorite cozy is, series or standalone. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.